Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, Phathead and Cande Roth. So I decided to get in the car like I do. And, you got to get the cars off the driveway, right?
Oh, that's your thing. Yes.
Well,
yes.
Yeah, you have to. You gotta drive the cars and get them out there so the batteries don't go dead and stuff. So it was a beautiful day. I start driving, and while I'm driving, I call my buddy Josh on speakerphone, right? Mm-hmm. And we're chatting, and I'm telling him, sometimes I'll call him when I'm out there driving around in the beautiful weather. And he says, I'm on the phone with my buddy who's out in the Hamptons, and he's from New York City. He's got a lot of money, and he got a house in the Hamptons to get away from the coronavirus, Cande.
Nice.
So now I know this guy also for a long time, 25 years or so, long time. So Josh says to me, he says, he'd love to see you, obviously socially distanced. He knows you're driving that direction. Here's his address. So I plug his address in. I go out. I find the house. Beautiful. It's a rental, obviously, for a couple months. I pull up on the driveway. It was great to see him. We were like 30 feet apart. He was throwing softball practice to his daughter on the front lawn, and we're just talking. I was there for maybe 20 minutes, keeping separate from him, right?
Social distancing.
Right. So that was a cool thing. Then I'm like, you know what? So I get back in the car, and I'm driving, and I pull over, and I say to myself, I'm not ready to go home yet. Let me Google, let me look up like some famous celebrities that are in the Hamptons. But I'm in a ritzy part of the Hamptons now. Maybe I can find some celebrities, right? I did that once with Howard Stern. I Googled, I found the new house that he built, and I drove up to it to check it out.
How is that house that he built? Is it beautiful?
Well, let me say, it is his house is off a hidden road with incredibly high hedges. You can hardly see it at all from the street. But if I got close enough where I sort of could see through the hedges, his house is massive. Howard Stern's house is it's out of control. Out of control.
Why does somebody need so much space? I don't understand.
You know what? If I had all that money, I would build the biggest, ritziest place, Cande. I don't know. It's just nice to have. What can I tell you? Whatever.
All right.
I'm with him.
On your journey through Stars Road.
So I look up on the thing, and I'm looking celebrities' homes, and I see I'm not far from allegedly where Jimmy Fallon lives, Cande. So I see, there's a whole article on his house, whatever. So I drive that way. I'm on MapQuest. And MapQuest is telling me, okay, you're a mile away, you're a half mile away, you're a quarter mile away. Then MapQuest tells me you are coming up to it. The house is coming up on your left-hand side, okay, Cande?
Yes.
So now it's kind of like a side road. There's no other cars on it. So what's a guy to do? I'm literally going 5 miles an hour at this point, okay? So I'm getting ready. I roll my driver's side window down. I know where my phone is. I'm going to pull over. I'm going to open my phone. I'm going to get the camera. I'm going to snap a photo of his house, and then I'm going to drive off, and then I can show my family and say, look, I passed Jimmy Fallon's house, right? Like an idiot.
I'm surprised he wouldn't recognize you. What are you talking about? You're the king of Suffolk County.
Well, wait, I didn't expect, I just expect to pull up, take a picture, and drive away. Cande, I slow down. I roll the window. I grab my phone, and as I look out the window at his house, he's got 2 porches. He's got a porch on the bottom and a porch coming off a room on the top. Cande, I look at the house, and who's staring back at me?
Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon.
Was he on the low porch or the high porch?
He was on the high porch, and he was not talking to anyone or whatever. He was just basically enjoying the weather. All of a sudden, he's staring right at me, and he's smiling and waving because I am obviously not the first person to do this, okay?
Can you imagine? At least he's sweet about it, smiling and waving to the freak slowing down to get a look at his house.
He was very nice about it. So I'm like a deer in the headlights. I didn't expect it, right? So I'm smiling and waving, and then I just drove off. We had our moment.
I can't believe he didn't say, Fathead, I've been waiting to meet you.
Well, in retrospect, the one thing, if I could have shouted anything, I would have shouted something to the effect of 20 years, almost famous. Yeah, Jimmy. Something like that.
Absolutely, because we both are still astonished that he was in that movie.
That's right. So this is the home where he's filming his show from. He's there with his family. And I may take, if Dana ever feels up for a drive, I may take her out there to see the house at some point. It was, so a big shout out to Jimmy Fallon. If anyone listens who knows Jimmy Fallon or anyone comes in contact with him, you let him know Fathead says he is a very nice guy for waving and smiling. Because he could have been nasty about it, Candy? So
he could have been nasty, but I'm very happy to hear he's like normal, waving, smiling. Hello, how are you? He sees you gawking.
Yeah, I was gawking, all right. I was gawking.
Can you imagine?
I know.
What is this? Is there any? What? Like, is that just? Yeah, I'd be like running in the house.
And the most important thing, his house, and if you look in the article, it tells you all about it. It's not some modern, new, like Howard Stern built this gigantic thing. It is, Jimmy Fallon's house is an old barn converted into a cottage that looks beautiful.
I love that. I love that.
But it's old school, and it's worth millions, but it's like, it's not what you'd expect. You pass by it, it's very like, you wouldn't even look and think, oh, wow, that's Jimmy Fallon's house. No chance. No chance.
I love that. I love those kinds of things. I like these big, massive compounds where, two people live in there.
Yeah. So there you have it. That's my brush with fame.
Your brush with fame last week? I'm sure you'll have another.
Candy, we will discuss more stuff, more fun stuff tomorrow, but let me leave you with this real quick because I know we're running out of time. Today's national, of course, Memorial Day. Thank you to the men and women who serve, who made the ultimate sacrifice. That is what Memorial Day. That's right.
Yes.
That is what Memorial Day is all about. Veterans Day is for everyone who is serving. National Wine Day. Make sure you enjoy a glass. It's National Towel Day, National Brown Baguette Day, National Tap Dance Day. I may throw my shoes on and do a little dance, Candy.
I may do the same.
And National Missing Children's Day. So
I'm missing my children, all right.
Yeah, well, that's different thought with the virus, yes, but I know what you mean. Enjoy your socially distanced barbecue with your son today.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
I can't wait to hear about it tomorrow, okay?
All right, honey. You have a good day now.
In my country, 96.1.
Fathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.